Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. This project the video is about is an unfinished project. I really like to finish. There's a deadline on it this week, so I want to finish it. And I did finish it in time because I did other projects in between. Maybe you recognize this because this was a very long, extensive project for a month. But I get distracted by other ideas that floating through my head, and I just had to do this. And well, and that's why this project got delayed. Not that much, but it got delayed. So it's a December project, and it's a challenge from Elizabeth Craft Designs. It's a challenge that's in their Facebook group from, I think, the Art Journal Facebook group from Elizabeth Craft Designs. And it was, the challenge is called December to Remember. And we got this. And there are like 31 prompts. And the goal was to make a book. Or any way you want to. But it has to have these 31 prompts. So one a day. And post it in the group, and I got along very good, but still 5 pages, as you see here before me, 5 pages. I'm behind, and I'm also behind making a book because I first wanted to make the pages and afterwards make the book, because I don't know how bulky those pages are going to be. So let me show you what my intentions are with this book. And the pages I'm gonna finish off video, come back to you, and making the book I want to show you on video. Very exciting because it's the first time I'm making a book and then doing it on video. So that's a double challenge. So the book is made out of tags, and this is the shape of the tag. This is the cover, and the tag, let me show the products I've used. The tag is from the set, and let me get this, Lost in the Woods. This is like the first very extensive die set I bought. And it's much more than this. There are 2 big dies with it. There's a stamp set with it. And you can make books. You gotta like serrated edges because there's a lot of dies with this. And you can make books out of it. But there's also a tag. That is this one. That one I used to cut all the tags, and there's a lot of tags in it, and they're already bulky, as you can see, but they're not connected except for a few, because I tried out some things, and my idea was to glue 2 tags together, so it also makes a bit more sturdy page. And the front and the cover are 3 tags glued together. So this front page, this is already 2 tags glued together with the ribbon in between. And I also did it on the backside cover. And I made a little dangle already to go on the front page. And the idea is, of course, to tie it. And here make a spine, so bind it. And how I want to do that, I had to puzzle, because I looked online on YouTube. I didn't get a lot of ideas, but so I figured it out kind of myself. So I die cut. You can also cut it by hand, of course, with scissors, but you know, if I have it, then I use it. So I die cut these pieces, and this is from a die set, Note Pieces 1739, and there are those dies, and I use this one. As you can see, it matches, and it's kind of the size of this. So because I wanted the same size for every tag, that's why I die cut it. So I have already, like here, put 2 pages together with a strip, and I did some washi tape here, because if you open and close the pages, it could like get damaged a bit. So the washi tape, and you cannot see it at the end, the washi tape, so it doesn't matter the color or whatever, but the black you can see here. I'm not gonna cover this because I don't mind the black. It gives it a bit more depth, so it's okay for me. And I used, how many grams is this? About 100 grams, I think. Not too thick. This is thicker, this paper. So, and I didn't want to make it very bulky, because they're going to all stack together. And if you use very thick paper, it's going to be so much thicker in the end. So I used a bit lighter paper. It's heavier than just your print paper, but it's I think about 100 grams. So I made a few. So three I already attached with the strip. And then what I'm gonna do is glue these ones together. Let's see. So this is the plan. I didn't do it, but I'm going to. So if I glue this one, then the book is going to get shape. So, and this one is glued to this. So this is the way I'm going to make the book. And after I did it, then I'm going to bind. I'm not going to do the cover. So I'm leaving the cover off, like so. And then I'm going to bind it. And I have bought a bookbinder's linen, a dark green. I thought it would fit nicely with this. And then I'm gonna bind it with this whole book, and then gluing the cover front and back on it, and then have a really nice book. That's the plan. So the plan is in place. And let me see if I have to show. Oh yes, the paper I used for the text. That's what I want to show to you. It is also from Elizabeth Craft Designs, and they had a Black Friday sale, and I bought some things for this because I'm kind of not of a Christmas crafting person. I now figured out. So it's like, it's a challenge within a challenge within a challenge for me, but I wanted to do it. So I have this Paperpack Christmas Lives here, and I love graphical paper because that's my background. Is, well, paper and ink makes me happy, the smell and the touch of it. So I love this paper. They have really nice paper at Elizabeth Craft Design. So I use this. And of course, with cutting the paper, I strategically cut it out so it will fit the prompts that are on this paper. When it's a bit snowy, it's going to be a more white paper, like I have in this tag. It's going to be the North Pole, so white. And this prompt is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, so I of course cut a paper with stars on it. So it gives me already a head start in the prompt, because I don't have all those dies. All these prompts are dies from Elizabeth Craft, and I don't have them, and I don't know if I want them. So I have to make creative solutions, and that's a good thing, of course, because being creative is all about solutions, thinking about solutions. But I bought 2 things in the Black Friday sale to give me a little bit of a easy way to go into this challenge, and that is 2 stamp sets. And these words are words I can use also for other things. So that's, you can see that I used it on the cover. And I like letters and numbers, and it's very graphical to stamp this, because so this is, I love this. And this one are labels. So labels is always a good thing. And some little embellishments and words. And I've used these stamps throughout these pages. I'm going to do a flip through, I think at the end, because that's easier when it's a book. And then you can see the pages. And I bought this die set. It also has a planner page in it, which I could use if I'm going to do planners. But it has December, and I've used this a lot, and the stars I've used a lot. And I thought I would use it more with these shapes, but not that much. I've maybe used it once. So, but the stars are nice. You can see it is the dangles are these stars. So, and for all the other things, I just looked through the things I have and then created pages. So that's it for explaining the challenge. So I'm now going to make the 5 pages I still have to do for this project. And then I will come back to you and we're gonna make the book. Okay, see you in a bit. I am back. It is the next day because it took some time to finish the pages. I had to finish the 5 pages, and I also did the back side of the cover saying hello to 2024, and also not in the Christmas vibe anymore because we're going to do non-Christmassy stuff for a while. And we have a flip through when the book is done, so you can see all the pages. But for now I have to bind it, so I'm going to let you see part of the process, and let's do the first pages together, and then I will go off camera doing the rest and come back for the spine. And for now I'm going to attach the pages. So like I explained earlier, and I've done a few pages. So these ones are already did. As you can see, it doesn't matter how it looks because you won't see it. The only thing you will ever see is just a little strip here, and it's dark, so it pops up the page, so I think it's okay. Could also be white if you wanted to. So what I need for this is are those strips. I already die cut them, so I have here, should be enough if I don't make a lot of mistakes. And I have glue, and I'm using this one, but you have to be sure that you glue it on right away in a good place, because you have hardly any wiggle room. So probably should maybe use another glue, but I did these pages with the art glitter glue. So some washi tape, it doesn't matter what, because you won't see it again. I'm using a corner rounder, the smallest, the 4mm size. So that's this one. A scissor and a clamp. So I'm getting 2 pages, checking if it is the right ones, 10 and 11. This side is going to be glued, attached to each other. This side has to be open. So I'm going to put them on straight. Then put a clamp on the side that is not going to be attached. And then this side, okay, getting a strip. And there are already scoring lines because I did this with a die cut. You can also cut the strips and you don't need a scoring line, but this just folds really easy. Then on the back side, I put a piece of washi tape like this. And it doesn't have to be really to be exactly in the middle, but it has to go over the scoring line. I have a little bit of a crease here, but that's the nice thing of washi tape. Just get it off and then, right. Then fold it again. And then I'm using my corner rounder because it is just like a little too long, because those rounded corners on the tags, then you will see like a little point coming out. So I have found a solution, and that is to use the corner rounder, and then the problem is solved. So this is the strip with the washi tape, rounded corners. And if you cut a strip that is really the good size, then you don't need to round the corners. So I'm putting one side. First I'm going to glue one side. So putting the adhesive on. Yes. Sometimes it's a little clogged. That's the downside of this glue. And then just eyeballing it, putting it down and pressing, and it's already glued. It is so fast, immediately glued with this one. So the other side, and you don't have to put glue in the middle, because it doesn't have to be glued there. So just here. Then you're going to fold it and pull it a little bit so it's tight. And it's glued. Right. So this is it. And then you see there's a little seepage here. You can just swipe that away. And this is folded. So I have to do this a few times. And then we are one step closer to finishing the book. So tomorrow it has to be finished for the challenge. So, and I like to do that because there's also a price. Not that I'm doing it for the price, but it would be a shame if you finish it 1 or 2 days later, right? Okay, so I'm going to do all the other pages and I will come back to you when it's time for the spine. Be back soon. Hey, I am back because I forgot something. I'm not back because I have glued all the strips, but there is another gluing step, and that is when the strips are on the pages, then these sides need to be, going on camera, these sides need to be glued together. So I did the first 4 pages, so not the front, that has to be glued on after the spine, but then I have here the inside cover, the first page, and so on, and you see that I have glued this together. So what you need to do is put this back side of the tag to the following back side of the tag, glue that together. So it's kind of a, you have to think about it, it's kind of alternating. You glue 2 sides together and the next tag is with the strip, then you glue these ones together, and then you get a kind of a book. So if you want to glue these sides together, don't use the art glitter glue unless you are very experienced, what I am not. But then I use just a glue stick, just a cheap brand, because you have a lot of wiggle room and that's what you want to have. And I'm going to glue this one to this one. So I'm laying it out like this. And this. So these 2 sides go on top of each other. One side I'm going to glue. Putting the glue stick on. Not too much, but everything has to be glued just with a tiny coating. All right, so have your wet wipe, because you get sticky fingers, and then because this doesn't dry instantaneously, so you can just take your time and put them together. Just getting all the corners. And this is really nice that you have the wiggle room. So this is something that I love this, doing this. And the end result is of course very nice. And I have a brayer here that's a little bit soft, so you don't ruin the paper and everything you have glued onto it. So you can just brayer it. Then let's check, because you still have wiggle room. Let's check if everything is okay, because you don't want a book with one corner popping out. It will annoy me, I know. So, all right, I think that's good. So let's press it, and I think I'm going to let it dry like this, so it won't attach. And then tomorrow I can see if there's any little bits I have to glue again, but I think I did a good job here. So just put it like a fan, like this, and dry it. All right, so this was just the thing I forgot to say, and I will be back when I have glued everything together. Hi, I am back, and hopefully for the last bit, because we are going to assemble this book and then it will be finished, and I'm so excited that it's going to be finished. And yes, it's quite a project and quite a challenge, but I'm loving it because I'm learning so much. So this is what I've done. It is the next day, and until in the evening yesterday I was gluing because I wanted it to be dry for today. But I have here 2 sections, and that is a practical thing because these clamps I have are only like this wide and not wide enough for the entire booklet. So I glued it into portions, 2 parts, and now I'm going to glue this together. And I'm going to do that first because when it dries I can tell you about the final steps. I have used this glue. This is just how do you call it? Glue stick. And I used it because it has not that much water content in it, so the pages will not curl. That's the reason I use it, and also because you're going to use a lot of glue for all these pages, so it's also cost effective to use this one because it's fairly cheap. What I did, because I noticed that when I first started to glue the pages that in the corners they were not really glued, so I had to get my art glitter glue, and it has a fine tip on it, so that's lucky. So I can put some glue in the corners. So then I continued with glue stick all over and just having just a little line with the art glitter glue so that this bit gets glued. And then it went along fine. It was just like assembling, doing the same thing over and over, and it's becoming a book. It's so exciting to make a book. And okay, but I thought because this takes some time to dry, and I had all the clamps in overnight for this to dry, so I'm going to use my gel medium for this final page in between. And am I going to use this? I don't think I need it because this is really also really good. You can attach everything, also fabric and wood and everything, so I think this will be enough. And let's glue these 2 together, and then we continue with the spine and the covers. Okay. So I'm going to use, this was the first glue I bought when I started crafting. But this one, of course, you already know, every student has one, so I know these glue sticks. But this one was the first thing I bought, and I really liked it, but it's thick. And then like a month ago I bought this glue, and you have to get used to it because the drying time is so quick, much quicker than this one. So, but it is also very if you have a project with collaging, then it's really nice that you don't have that much drying time in between. So this is really nice for collaging. So let's put on the glue just on one side. And this takes a little bit of time. I like to do it a little bit precise. So today, finally, it's dry. It's been like pouring outside for weeks. And finally it's dry today. And it looks like it's going to stay that way, but it's getting colder. But I don't mind. And if the sun comes, I miss the sun. I miss the sun for weeks and weeks now. I can already notice that this page is curling because of this glue having much more water in it. So let's see what happens. It's a learning process, this. I'm glad I used the glue stick. It is very sticky if you get it on your fingers, so have a wet wipe next to you. That will help. Okay, so I'm doing a little bit of extra here next to the spine. Okay, so now lining up, and you really need that wiggling time. It's a little bit less than with the glue stick, but now I have some experience with lining up these pages, so I think you get much quicker at it when you have to glue 30 pages together. I think I have it. Yes. So I'm going to put some clamps on it. Also next to the spine. Do I have any more? I have one more. Yes, maybe another one. If you have it, then let's use it. Okay. So, letting this dry. Let's see if this will. Okay. Well, didn't think about that. Just lean it against this. Yes. Okay. So closing up the glue. I have to use it for the cover. So I have the bookbinder's linen for the spine, and I cut out a piece, just a small piece, like I bought a whole roll of it. You couldn't buy it, just a little piece, so I have just a small piece, and this is going on the spine. So I did a test with some tags I had, and it's looking very good. I glued it with the gel medium, and it's really nice, sturdy. So yes, this works. So I'm going to glue this over the spine, and then when that's glued, I'm going to glue the covers on the book. So we're going to get this. I'm so busy looking at my hands, I'm not looking at the screen and seeing if I'm showing this. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like, a bit wider perhaps. And then I have a tag label. December to Remember. And I'm going to glue that on the side, but that's just at the end, the finishing touch, because every spine should have like a title. And this was a project with a title, so all right. I also grunged this lint ribbon. Lint is Dutch. It's and lint is something else in English, I know, but we call it this. We call lint, but it's ribbon because it was very wide. You see here, this is the original, and I did a testing. So I liked this more because I also like grunge the edges with the walnut stain, the Distress Oxide, and I did it the same. I just had with a dabber, I just like did this and front and back, and it's grunged. So that was just a spontaneous idea. Okay, I had a short phone call in between, so where was I? So this is also something I have to get used to, or just shut off the phone. But where was I? I grunged up this, I told you, and then, well, I think we have to start gluing. I never did this one before, made such a book. I think this is going to be dry, with a spine with linen. So, but I want to do some more project like that with fabric covers. And oh, I see that it's not dry here. You see it? So I think we need the art glitter glue. To put in between. Okay. And then press. I was going to put glue in here anyway. So let's just press for a moment. Put the pin back in the glue. That's difficult with one hand, yes. Because if you don't put this pin back on, you get it clogged up. So hopefully, so that was not the wisest decision to use this. So again, learning. But I wanted to make more book covers. I don't know, I like it. You can make lots of books with all kinds of, this is with tags, but you can use a lot of things. So, and it's, I think it's fairly right, stacked for doing this kind of thing manually. And I did try to make it not that bulky and being wise about what to put on the tags, not stacks and stacks of paper and collaging everything on top of each other. No more than 2 or 3 layers, tops 3, mostly just 1 layer. All right. So, I don't know about this. Should it be fine if I continue or not? Let's see which one is it? This one. This one, let's press it from here. It would be very funny to see it as a book, as because I made every tag individually, so it are projects. They are all projects on their own, and then bind together. So okay, I don't know about this. Okay, I think I'm going to do a lot of glue in here. And I don't have clamp. It would be nice to have a big clamp, so I have to look out for something like a big clamp if I want to make books like this, and then dry it overnight. That would be the wisest thing to do. But I have to finish it today, so let's just do it. So this is going around like so. And then we have the spine. So I'm going to first attach it to one page. I'm going slow because I want to do it right. And I'm not very sure about this. Okay. So this I'm going to put here first. And let's see. And now, what shall I use? I think I'm going to use the art glitter glue, because I know that dries. And it's going to be attached to this tag. And let's just do the corners. And then bring this on. You have to be quick. Oh, it's already adhering. I can feel it. No wiggle room. But I don't need it because this is okay. So, step one. This was the easy part. Right. Oh, you guys. I'm really nervous about this one. Okay. It's going fine, or maybe it's too... No more wiggle room here. No. It's stuck. Okay. It's going to be fine. Right. So I want to get some extra glue on here and then fold it across. And I think I need to use the art glitter glue again here. But then what should I use here? Also this one or this one? Or both? Is that even possible to use both? I'm doing both. I don't know. Do any of you have experience in using both? Right. So the glue will not come into the pages, the front pages that we want to see, because there is the washi tape and everything surrounding it, so it cannot seep through. It's only going into the creases of the pages that had to be glued together. So that is a good thing. And then It's taking so long because this is the first time I'm doing this, and it is always very difficult to like commit. That, I think that's the really good word for it. To commit to the step you are taking. Do you recognize that? Okay. I think this is it. And then I wanted to do, especially this one is still peeping. Just do some little stripes. All right, so this is the spine. And then this side. And let's do here. Okay, so I have to be quick with this one. So put it across, not too tight, but okay. Well, I think this is, it looks like it needs more room up here. Okay. Oh, this looks nice. Let's push it. It looks like a real spine, doesn't it? Oh, very exciting this. Well, it doesn't matter, the seepage, because the pages are going to be glued onto it. So it's a little bit of a peeking thing here, but I think it doesn't matter if this is on top. Does it matter? No. It should have been just the slightest bit more down. But hey, first time, right? Okay. So this is going on top. And I think I'm not going to use this one because it has so much moisture in it. I decided now, decision, to use both these ones because they work well together. So I'm going to use this one just for the edges and this one for the, oh, off screen, and this one for the middle part and the art for the edges. All right, so let's do it. And this can dry. Let's put it, can I put it like this? No. All right, leave it like that. And first put on the glue stick. And then just in the middle. Because it does glue okay, you know, with paper. But this is fabric. So this side is going to be the fabric. So maybe a bit more of the art. Right. There's this one. And now for this one. I think I have to order a new bottle after this project. Not too close to the edge. And then maybe a bit extra here for the linen. Right. And here. Okay, let's do it. Checking, yes. Just how should I do this? Like so, I guess. This is better. Then I can just, because I don't have much room to correct. Okay, I think this is, and now pressure. Make sure you have clean fingers. Luckily it is a bit crunchy, but you don't want to get your fingerprints on it. I think this is working out great. It was a good combo. I should have used that also in the middle. Yes, that is the thing. It's gluing very... Oh, that looks great, right? Okay, back side. Let's do that the same way I did that. Front. Okay, glue stick. And I was thinking, when starting a YouTube, don't start with craft along, just showing some projects, but that's not fun, right? So it's just happened. I decided to do it on camera. I can also always edit it, right? But I like this. I hope you do too. Right, and some extra on that other side for the linen. Okay, then putting it on. I hope you can see this all okay, because I am not watching my screen right now, because otherwise it would not be attached in the right way. Oh, this is also going. It is not, when I collage the tags, you can see that the lower side is thicker than the upper side. Well, you cannot see that, of course, but you can see that I can push it in right here. So that makes it a bit uneven also in the spine, but I have to give it that room. I think the pages will not turn very nicely if you put it tighter up here and then here. So let's just see how that. Okay, I am putting this pin back. closing the glue. Okay, let's see. Here it is. Not bad at all, right? Look at how thick that is. These are 36 tags in total. 36. And maybe I have to put in some extra glue or put it on something heavy like a big book to press it while it's drying. You probably have some appliances for this, like a book press or something that you can put this under, but I'm just using my hands right now. Okay. Looks like this is, I think I'm going to pause the video just for a little while, just so this can dry. And when it's dry, because I don't want to mess it up by flipping through the book when it's not dry. And I'm going to flip through it together on screen with you guys. So I'm going to let this dry, and then I will be back for, hopefully, the last time. This is it. I am finished. Whoa. It feels so good holding this book in my hand, and it is finished. I cut the ribbon because it was too long. I put down the label. That looks really nice, right? I like it. If you put it in your bookcase, then you can see it on the spine, the project, the name of the project, and then the little dangle I made, the stars. I had to, it had a little bit of a peeping hole, so I had to put in some more glue, but now it looks like it is finally okay. So it's not perfect, but I am really satisfied with this, because it was a long project. It has a lot of work in it. So then, yes, it feels like a piece of you, right? Okay, so I didn't do a flip through. I had the ribbon closed and did hold the glue. And now I'm going to go do a flip through, and you can watch and see what you think of it. Okay, let's open it up. So the first reveals all the prompts. And then the first prompt was Hello December. Should I read the prompts? Yes. The second, warm and bright candlelight. This was snow boots. Oh, a bit lower. 4, fireplace, and 5, gingerbread. 6 is a winter fun outside, and 7 is oh Christmas tree. 8 is sleigh, and 9 is snowman. 10 pine cone and 11 sweet candy cane. 12 is snowy days and 13 icy crystal frozen. These are quite nice together. Okay, Christmas colors for 14 and 15, all I want for Christmas. Then 16 is Christmas village. And 17 is dreaming of a white Christmas. And 18, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. And presents from Santa on 19. 20 is Christmas stockings and 21 is jingle bells. 22 is Christmas ornaments and 23 mistletoe kisses. Look at the little birdies. Right? Nice. 24 is Christmas lights and 25 is the Christmas day. 26 is hot drinks and 27 winter wonderlands. So these are the pages I just made. And 28 is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And 29 is Snow Globe. I made like an actual globe in here, or you cannot. They're supposed to like, okay. The first snow globe also I ever made. 30 is North Pole. And 31, Happy New Year, with the countdown clock. And then we have Hello 2024. So this is my December to Remember project tag book. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Probably going to be a long video, but I liked it. I love making the video and I hope you like it too. And now I have still one unfinished project, but I'm going to do other stuff first because that other project doesn't have any deadline. So the reason this project got a little bit delayed was because I bought some lovely Tim Holt stuff. I bought a specimen from chapter 3 and some stamps, and I really want to make some nice things with that. So I think that's going to be my next video. So thank you for watching, and if you like it, help me out and subscribe and like the video. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!